extra heat coming out. Might also help if I had my mic where it should be. And everywhere I want to put it, it won't work, so in a minute while I figure this out. Here we go. Thank God for collared shirts. Cool. That's up. These are working. Mic is on. I'm officially toasty. What else do I need to do? Alright. Knock this out. I'm about to fill this up and I forgot to. I got another water bottle over there. Let me go grab that while I get my head put together. How's everybody doing? While I get everything else ready to rock and roll. Sweet. Still sprays. I'm gonna get all my water into one bottle. Okay. All right. There's that. Let's put this over out of the way. We're going to be doing these in a little bit of a different way than I normally do today, because I was asked to do these in anything except an egg shape. So I've got two different ideas I'm going to try out. Fortunately, with the way I'm going to be doing it, I'm going to try the one first. If it looks good, I might just roll with it. If it doesn't, we're going to try the other one, add a little more shape to it, and try it again. Cool. This is the one I want to start with because I need 8, and I kind of like the way it looks, so I wanted to try out some. I want to see what new type of mica powder came out looking like, so we're just gonna break these loose. If you ever got if you use plastic cups like I do, I just crack the lip and they usually just tear right off after that. that. Throw a blank right there so those pieces don't go flying away. I've got nothing else, so okay. We are good to go. Alright. Hopefully that my first idea works well. And if not, that's why I try to always have a plan B when it comes to stuff like this. These are a custom order that I have too. I'm not going into details to what, because I don't have permission to do all that, but it's for somebody that had passed away recently that the family wanted a couple things from said individual put in this, so kind of one of my specialities, casting weird stuff, so I'm gonna grab my face shield. I forgot how annoying resin is. Thought it was right there. After my last show on the 20th of December, I'm going to be spending a lot of time out here reorganizing and putting everything where it needs to be for the winter, and hopefully be able to get this shop set up so we're more efficient for next year. I meant to do that this summer and time got away from me, so all right, better. Can you guys hear me? Awesome. You can't even hear my face shield. It has a air pump that filters the air out so I don't get, I don't breathe any of this stuff in, and it keeps it from hitting my face and keeps stuff out of your eyes pretty well. Never trust a face shield for eye protection though. Always wear safety glasses under them. Even for something like what I've got that completely encapsulates your face. Just throwing that little tidbit out there because I've seen people wear face shields thinking they're good. Then they get sparked with something worse in their eye and it's never a good day. That was definitely winter with all the snow flying. By the way, it's what I call all this fluffy junk. Oh, I forgot to tell somebody about this. Okay, let me fire off the text real quick. This is a custom order for somebody that recently had to go through a funeral. I don't have permission to go into everything that's in there, but I got 8 of these to make. This is my experimental piece here, so we are going to see what ends up looking good with it before I do the other ones for them. You're driving too, dude. Where's the rest of them clicking up? Oh, I still got one left. We got one more light that needs to come on out here. It's also why in the winter sometimes I just leave them on all winter long. Oh, and I will warn you guys, I might have to run up front here in a little bit. I've got an order coming in. And I don't want to leave it on my front porch. Some days I love resin, other days I hate it. It makes such a mess. But hey. I just got a text I gotta send. All right. How are we doing? I'm just working on a custom order today. I enjoy doing this type of thing, but I also don't, because this is somebody recently lost a family member and asked me to do something special with a few things, so I'm knocking that out for him. Let's see if that's better. You know what? I'm kind of liking just I just need to flatten that out a little bit and put a little curve on there, and we're good. We can sand these up and see what they look like. Alright, it's time to grab a quick swig of Mountain Dew. How's everybody doing today? There's a hole to stick it in. Alright. I'm going to shut this bad boy off. Really don't like the holes there, but I can't help it because that oak just poured air out when I poured this. Didn't think it'd be that full of air, but thought I had a parting tool right here, but apparently I don't. Ooh, I got some rusty tools in here. I might be doing a video soon on how to handle a rusty tool. AKA how to get it de-rusted and do what I forgot to do to them. Ugh. Yeah, how we doing, folks? Okay, people keep sending me stuff. All right, got that. And when you're dealing with resin and hardwood for final steps, I always try to use a negative rake scraper on these instead of my regular. So that's what this is. I don't know if the camera can pick it up or not, but a regular insert, the blade is perfectly straight. A negative rake, it has a, like if this was a normal head, at the very edge it has a thing where it's cut down a little bit of an angle. They cost a bit more, but for doing fine stuff, it doesn't allow you to cut into the resin that fast. It's great for hardwoods as well. So we got that. And I'm just going to throw a little bit more of a curve with this on here. Makes it a little bit easier to it's a little bit easier when it comes time to cut it off. All right. Alright. If the rest of these have this issue, what I'm going to do is not cut them off today, but I'm going to refill those little holes with resin before I actually deliver them, but I will still polish them up because I'll just or it might be for somebody that I know and I was told little air pockets like that are actually okay. I'm trying to do this because I know it's going to be used for presents. I'm trying not to get too much away, but at the same time, I wanted to get something out this week, and when we're done with this, I'm actually planning on running in and getting a snowman carving video recorded, hopefully later today. But I also have a couple things I got to do first, so we shall see. Now from that, this is one of the rare times you'll actually see me use my 60 grits, because this is still really rough and I want it to be perfectly flat and straight. And if you guys are not wearing a respirator or dust mask or anything, I highly recommend doing this whole process wet. Because what that'll do, let me take this thing off. It doesn't involve much more effort other than just making sure your piece is nice and wet. Just with a little bit of dihydrogen oxide. I don't know where I put. I usually have a mat I put down here just to keep my bed from getting too soaking wet with that stuff, because it will cause oxidation. And for those of whom that might be confused as to what I'm referring to, dihydrogen oxide is also known as water, and oxidation is just the fancy scientific name for rust. But yeah, because you can see the difference. That's dry. This is wet. So I said somebody randomly texted me they want more snow. I don't know if they're talking about on the stream. If you are, throw it in the chat. Otherwise, I assume you're talking about the real world, and I think you're insane. And I'd appreciate you not using the type of language near me, because we all know snow is a 4-letter word. Ah. Yes, it's still one of my favorite jokes to those that don't know me in real life. Although I do think it's very pretty. I just hate the cold. And everybody just joining, how we doing? I'm actually not sure. Mineral water's too expensive for my pay rate, so and in all honesty, after I'm done, all I got to do is dry this off, and I got a can of WD-40 Summer here. I can just spray on there and it'll actually it's an easy way to make sure you don't get any rust if I don't have something else. There it is. I got some dry lube down there too. I've never tried any of the mineral oil or oil and mineral oil. After this one, before I start the next one, I'm actually just gonna recoat my bed with some dry lube real quick. It doesn't take but a minute, and it helps the tailstock that's, I think, just out of frame for you guys, that slides up. Like if I was putting something else like to help hold it, that guy. That's your tailstock. This is your headstock. My chuck is technically could also be referred to as a mandrel. I learned all these fancy part names when I worked in a union shop making semi wheels out of steel. we actually would use something called a spinner, which it had two wheels that came up that would spin. One would push in the rough shape, and the one on the left would give you the fine shape, and it would just push it. So like if we need something this shape, we'd pinch a piece of steel there, bend it, or push up and around, and then come out, pull back, pop that off, and then a robot would bring the next piece down, lock it in. This would go up, lock it down, and if we're running at full production, we could get 100 parts an hour out on the good ones. You can say inappropriate stuff, just understand I won't read it if it's too bad. I do try to keep these streams kid friendly because I'd love to be able to get kids into making. Okay, but even if it's just something simple out of cardboard, or I mean, heck, I started with Legos. Ironically enough, I might have a Lego set coming today, or 4. And anytime I'm doing this, as soon as I go to the micro mesh pads, I always switch to wet if I'm doing, well, I don't use micro mesh on wood, so. Ow. That's still a little foggy, but overall I can't complain. It should keep clearing up. If you're ever working with resin that's mostly clear like that, you can spray it with water or isopropyl alcohol, and it'll actually act the same as if you have the finish, if you were to apply all your finishes and stuff right now. So if you ever see me spraying them down and then just looking at them, it's an easy way to tell if you have a spot that's, like say if I did that and through here it looks really, or a lot foggier than the rest, I know to really concentrate down there. Saying one other thing to keep in mind, it's also the only time you'll ever see me sit down on the lathe is while I sand, because sometimes I'm just tired and lazy. But one thing to keep in mind when you're doing this, when you're in the middle, it's moving slower than it is when it's out here. So when you're doing the middle or the center or the top of something, you always need to move slower than you would at the edges to get the same effect. I think it's something, if you do something like a 4-inch diameter project, every turning at 2,500 RPM. I think it's every, I think it's like every 2 to 3 minutes you're actually putting a couple miles worth of material over your cutting edge. It's like once a minute or something. I'd have to go back and redo the math. I don't remember what it is exactly off the top of my head right now, but it's something crazy. I heard that from another YouTuber and I was like, there's no way. Went in, did the math myself and was like, holy cow, he's actually right. And being that if I was using a gouge, I'm using the burr that I put on the edge just from rolling the metal up. It's insane how hard you are on tools when you do this kind of thing. When you do the math and see how much or how many miles of cutting you'll get out of one carbide insert or one burr. All right. By the way, if you guys have anything you want to see or any ideas for me for stuff to make or work on, feel free to throw them out. I actually have a pad of paper next to me for anything I come up with or you guys throw out. If it's something that's realistic that I can get done, I will gladly get it knocked out. I've only got one more craft show this season. It's October, December 20th. I forget where it's at. I think it's somewhere around Akron in Highland Square. I will pull that info up here in a moment. But if you guys want to meet me or grab anything from me, I also am willing to ship. What we're working on today is not something that's up for sale for anybody. I might have enough time to cast them and get them out to you before Christmas, but it would be tight. Because like I said, this was already a custom order for someone else. And they're a good friend of mine, which is why I'm doing this. Because usually I wouldn't take on something like this as close to the holidays. At least not to try to have ready by Christmas, but it also helps that I had about a month that I was figuring out how I wanted to do these before I ever started, so that definitely made it a wee bit easier on me. What did I say that thing was called? Highland Square. It is December 20th from 3 to 8 p.m. during the 3rd annual holiday stroll. You guys don't know how much I pay for a spot. Holiday stroll, that's what I need to look up in my email. I can't see comments right now, so I apologize. I'll be back in there in a second. Oh. So she typed mustard teeth, but I'm thinking she meant mustard seed. But let me look that up right quick, because now I'm curious. I'm actually going to reply to her. Is just going. Sorry, I can't type and talk. Okay. Because if that's actually mustard seed, that's very easy to find in Akron. Alright. And yes, sanding is a very boring process to watch, but it is very necessary. One thing I'm probably going to do with these that I'm not going to film, at least not on the live stream, because I don't actually know where I put them. I've got a buffing system I can put on this thing, and I can really put a shine on something like this, but I also need to, I'm going to hand sand the bottom to get so the bottoms look halfway decent. I'm not going to take them to 12,000 like everything else, but yeah. So anyway, how's everybody doing? Everybody, questions, comments, concerns? Hopefully you're not the one person that kind of ticked me off yesterday, and it wasn't on YouTube, so it's who I had somebody else leave a comment. I'm not sure if he's trying to rage bait me or what, but I just kind of ignored it because I don't disagree with some of his some of his sentiments, but and I'm assuming it's a guy, it could be a girl, I really don't care either way. But if I knew either way, you know, I try to respect that thing. But yeah, I just anywho. So we are almost done polishing this one up, and then we're just got to do some. We'll have to get the Yorkshire grit on it, plastic polishes, and all that fun stuff. Alright. This is what happens if you don't have stabilized red oak when you put it in resin. It's just all kinds of air pockets that got, the resin soaked in, it forced the air out. And unfortunately, sometimes it will get cast into what you're working on. I do my best to avoid it, but I didn't have time to do any resin or wood stabilization, plus I'm out of stabilizing resin. Might not be something half bad to invest in. Get another. All right. There's that. We're going to pour this out on the wood. All right. This is just full of water. I'm just using it as a general wipe down. Alright. Sorry, I just kind of completely zoned out there for a minute, but alright, that's buffed up. Now I need some Yorkshire Grip Microfine. Now we'll grab a little bit of Microfine. Get it on there. Nice little. You don't need a whole lot of this stuff. It goes a long way. I'm going to turn the speed up a little higher. And in between these, I always like to use a clean paper towel just to try to get as much off as I can. And I don't see anything moving or smearing around. Yeah. So it's not just crystal clear, like kind of like I was hoping for, but it still works. Next time I make these though, I'm going to make sure I set that lid down in there deeper. I'm not a fan of how that looks, but hey. Now we got Hut's Ultra Gloss Plastic Finish coming up next. I'm just grabbing a paper towel, getting it ready for it. It's the first of the liquids that I use. When it's cold, I always try to shake it up a lot more aggressively, just to make sure everything's nice and mixed up. All right. So the general shaping is definitely the easy part. Where I earn my money is right here. Because that is as close to crystal clear as I've ever been able to get. So with this, I'm going to grab a little hunk of beeswax, because I like the way beeswax looks after you rub it in. Gives everything a nice general shine without making it overly shiny. Something like this, I don't mind making it look like plastic, because it basically is, but I still try to I still want my stuff to look nice. So we're just going to crank the speed all the way up. Alright. I'm hoping, really hoping the camera does justice to this. That looks really nice. So now I'm just gonna put this even with the chuck get that as close to parallel with everything else. And then where did I put my cutoff tool? There it is. And my parting tool. When you go to part these, I like to go in at just a little bit of an angle, because then it'll always sit flat once you finish the lip of what you've got started. Because I'll get in there a little bit and then back out and come in at a slightly different angle, so it's not like, I don't want a huge concave gap in there. Having a hard time seeing where I'm cutting. You can do this at full speed too, but I'm wanting to, if there's an issue when I'm cutting slower, it actually is a lot less likely to be catastrophic. So now, all right. Okay. And that's our bottom. And then I can actually take a knife, carving knife, pocket, whatever, it doesn't matter. And that's our test piece. We've got 8 more to go. This is why I wanted to see if anybody'd be willing to hang out, keep me company, ask questions, try to mess with me a little bit, make it entertaining. All right, I'm gonna go grab another one. For those of you just joining, this way you can actually also see how these started off, because I just started them off in a plastic cup. These ones specifically are 10 ounces. I can just turn it straight out of there, but I don't like doing that because these cup, they get brittle, and as they fly off, it really hurts. So the way I get molds out of these, because they're disposable, usually they break easier, but I just break the lip, peel it off, and that's our blank. So now I am going to pop this out, pop this in. All right, text check. Sorry, I just got somebody texting me that there's something weird going on. Is the quality on the stream okay? What the heck? Why did this go down in quality? Oh, I wonder. This might go weird for a minute. Let's see if that fixes it. I just shut my Wi-Fi off. And because I forgot to do that, usually I stream this off my cell signal because my Wi-Fi stinks out here. Wish I would have seen that text sooner. Because it's crystal clear where it's recording and putting out. Let's try a different camera. What the heck is going on? This is weird. I've never had it. This always puts out in 1080p. What is going on? Because this is literally putting out clear as day on my phone. Let me try something. I don't know if this will work, but if not, I'll end the stream and restart it. I will be right back. All right, is this any better? Okay, now I just got to figure out how to get rid of the other one. Did it for me, sweet. All right. I had to actually or close the app out completely on my phone then re-log in and sign in as another participant. Alright, well that's minor frustration is handled. So let's get my face shield on and get this next one up and running. You should go a lot faster now that I've not going, how do I want to do this? Here we go. That makes it almost impossible to see. This was all over my face. Yeah, give me 1 second. Come on. All right. All right, where did I just put that thing? There it is. It's not like a welding hood. I can't just set it to stay up. But there's the last one we just finished knocking out. I'm really happy with that too. Let me sneak up behind my phone so I can really... There it is. Again, all the bubbles are from the air escaping from the wood as the resin cured. But yeah, so that's what this is going to be. It's what this is going to be. First one's always the hardest, figuring out how you want to get everything. Since I walked over there, I figured I'd grab another one just to knock out that, and it's really fun to break those. According to my girlfriend, I'm ridiculous with the way I open Amazon boxes, because I'll take it and just punch right through the center and then rip the top off. Says I should use a knife, but I'm like, why? It's more fun to hit it. Speaking of Amazon, my stuff doesn't show me what has it. Alright. It is not here yet. Oh, and just so you guys know, I got the coolest Lego set ever in the other day. It's a Star Wars AT-AT. It's made out of gingerbread. It's awesome. I got a coworker super jealous of it too. It came with a little Darth Vader that's gingerbread. It's an awesome little set. Only took about an hour and a half to build too. If anybody's watching from Lego, you guys totally should have made Darth Vader's lightsaber a candy cane, not the traditional red blade. That's my only gripe with the whole thing. I told you to pre-order it, dude. I told you. You're the one that said, nah, I want it by Christmas and it won't be here if I pre-order it. It says it won't be delivered until January. Well, they got them out sooner like I was kind of thinking they might. And this thing is starting to act dull, so I'm going to flip this insert real quick. This is also the last time I can on this one before I got to swap it. By the way, I'm having a debate. I might throw this up for a poll later, but I've got two options for Christmas Lego sets this year that I put into resin like I've been doing the last few years. And I'm debating if I want to do a big one that's got like a little candle that's surrounded by a bunch of like holly berries and plants and stuff, or if I want to do one where I just add a couple mini Christmas trees, Santa Claus, and a couple other little odds and ends that I picked up. But either way, the one with the candles I'm actually going to custom make a mold. The other one I can just use something I grabbed at Dollar Tree. So yeah, I'm probably going to be throwing that one up as a poll option here soon. So let me know which one you guys would rather see, because I'm happy to make the mold and I'm happy just to use the mold I've got, but yeah, I want to know what the people want to see rather than what I want to make, because I'll just go with the easier option. I can't see. I put my face shield down and forgot to turn the fan on. It fogged up on me. Ah, spit down the wrong pipe. All right. Wow, that really hurt. Alright. Yeah. I might be getting the Falcon too, dude. right. There's that. Alright. If anybody's got any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to say hey. We're just working on, like the title said, a custom order. Involves a lot of resin turning, and from this point, a lot of sanding. Ooh, I didn't notice that. I'm gonna have to use that tool on that. Oh. Love me some fresh Earl Grey. Ah. All right. Oh, I saw a different notification pop up. All right. Oh, now we're on to sanding. Let me grab a sanding pack. Resin absolutely chews these packs up. I don't need the last two. Usually you won't see me very often using a 60 grit, but sometimes for these, like this is really rough. You'll see it when I first turn the lathe on and initially hit it with the sandpaper. If it's rough like that, that's when I'll use a 60 grit. And we're going from 3,500 RPM to, this is 1,361. See how I've got the points there that weren't hit? That's what I want to avoid, and 60 grit's the fastest to fix that particular issue. So, how's everybody doing? I just saw a bunch more people join, so feel free to say hey. I don't bite too hard usually. No. Somebody that's watching just sent me a text and I'm responding to that because I know he's watching. So I'm pretty sure he's just trying to get under my skin a little bit and he knows it works. All right. So now you can see it's all nice and even. That's all I was trying to do with that. So now we're just gonna go and transition to wet sanding, not zinc blading. The main advantage to the wet sanding means I don't have to worry about too much about respiratory, the PPE, because it takes pretty much all of dust that's generated and keeps it down. Those are the buffing pads I use when we're to get through all the sanding grits. All right, here we go. There's no, Josh. Palpatine's not going to convince me of it right now. Again, he's trying to piss me off. This is what I deal with all day at work too. He'll get an idea that I'm either can't do or not willing to try right away, and then all I get is gifts to Emperor Palpatine going, do it, do it, do it. All right, 600 coming up. It can be. That's why I'm trying to do everything as wet as possible, because that doesn't actually affect me that much. It's also not one of the like 12 wood species I'm allergic to, so it doesn't affect me as much as it could. I mean, I can. I don't know why anybody would want a handmade plumb bob, though. Again, I'm a little salty today myself, since I just saw that one a minute ago. Wasn't able to get into any craft shows today, so it was like, well, crap. So I always like to get in on Small Business Saturday if I can. It's usually a good day. But hey, we're getting this one knocked out. And No, you cannot mix the water that's in there. It has to be contained somehow. Resin and water do not play nice together while resin cures. So if you want something, it needs to be isolated, unfortunately. One of the channels I watch, the guy likes to do experiments like that, and that's why I just went ahead and bought little jars to put stuff in. Next time I do it, though, I'm going to make sure I can almost try to bury the entire lid in the resin. I didn't think about that on this one, but alright. There's 1,000 grit. We're 1/12 of the way there, people. Actually, we got 10 steps left. Alright. Let's look. I gotta say that after seeing the first one, these are turning out a lot better than I was hoping they would. Like, I promised a certain level of awesome, and I'm not afraid to admit if I don't like the way something looks, but I really do think these are going to turn out to be awesome, not just a certain level of awesome. I like to mix up the scratch patterns on these. Sometimes I forgot to do this on the last one, but sometimes I'll actually reverse the lathe. All right, reverse this again. Oh. All right. Oh, that's what I'm feeling hit. Every time this comes around, I can feel there's a little bit of a gap there, and I can feel it bouncing off my finger. Ooh. Shoot. These scratches through here, those aren't coming out. I gotta take this back down. I'm not going to 60, I'll tell you that right now. Alright. This is what stinks when you're trying to get something clear. Sorry, that text clarified the question. Sorry. No, it's honestly just easier to use the jars to do that. Everybody that I've ever seen try to encapsulate water and then do what you're talking about, it's almost impossible to get it to go work right. So, and like I said, I don't have permission to go into the story behind why there's everything in this that there is, because this is it's a memory keepsake for somebody that's passed away that I'm working on for a very close friend of mine. And yeah, I could experiment and figure out my way to get it to work, but I only had a limited supply of the water and they wanted that specific type. So, because it's actually came from where they had a service for said family member. So yeah, it's just easier just to encapsulate it. Then I don't gotta worry about running out and all that. I don't know who told you not to. I never said anything to you. I didn't even reply to that last text because then it made sense. And again, if you're just tuning in, fresh water or isopropyl alcohol on the outside of resin will actually allow you to see what it would look like if you were to apply polish without it polishing. And all I'm doing is spraying water because it helps cut down on the sand. I'm sorry, on the dust from the sanding. And at this point, really, I'm more polishing than anything. And yeah, so it's also why and in between, I like to try to wipe down everything with just a damp cloth because it helps pull all the microscopic dust off. It helps the resin and everything get clear faster. So because I'm assuming you guys can see how much clearer that gets just from me hitting this with one pad. And then there's other considerations to take, like how far are you from the center? Because when I'm on the outside like this, it's actually traveling a lot faster than when I'm in the very middle like I am right now. So, I mean, there's all kinds of things to consider and take into account when you're trying to polish or even just turn with bowl turning. That's why if you ever watch that, you see the whoever's doing the actual turning, the closer they get to the center, the slower they move. And the farther out they get, the faster they can move. And the cut just looks absolutely pristine if they know what they're doing. That's how you can do that and keep one solid ribbon of wood flying off. That's one way of doing that, is just understanding about where you're at and being able to just adjust your cut. Because I'll be honest, once I have my cut lined up, I'm watching the stream of the I'm watching that ribbon of resin or wood coming off to judge how fast I need to go in order to keep my cut consistent. Right or wrong, it's how I do it. It works well for me, so. I need to wipe this thing down for the dust here after this one. You can let it go every 2 to 3, but I try not to go more than 3 sand pads before I wipe it down. And this is actually the 4th, so. That felt lovely. All right. Woo. I got my finger caught between these, and it just, when it was down underneath, and it just, at however fast that was, like, yeah, 1800 RPM. That really hurt. Huh? Awesome for you. I don't know of any spray that'll actually get resin to go back clear. I know some people will actually take a real light coat and brush it on and let it cure. If it's sitting on the lathe for one, sometimes that'll fill in all the microscopic cuts and cracks and all that, or all the microscopic scratches from sanding. But in order to do that, I mean, I would only be able to do one of these a day. And the real reason I want to try to get as many of these done today as I can. It's because I was just informed that they need to be done and ready to go by this coming weekend. So like, I have 6 days to finish 9 of these. And they're all going to take about an hour each based on what I'm seeing. So if I can get 7 I'm hoping to get 5 to 7 of them done by tomorrow evening. And then after that, I can do one a day and we're good to go. Because he lives close, so I can run him over whenever. Heck, he's the type of friend I have a key to his house, so it's not like he can't keep me out. But man, that really smarts. But seeing more people jumping in, feel free to say hey, ask questions. Just working on a custom order right now for a good friend of mine. A little remembrance thing for a family member of his that passed. I don't know if I have permission to give the whole story or not on them, but we will. Yeah. Yeah, it does. If I slow it down, you can actually see it sloshing around really aggressively too. Once everything's all buffed up and polished up, nice and smooth and clear, which I think, yeah, we're pretty much good to go with that right now. I'll leave you with the slow spin. Oh, look at that milky water. That's all the dust from the sanding and the puffing and the polishing from what it removes. All right. Now we're just going to dry this off. It takes a different type of resin, which I'm out of, and I forgot that oak is a very open porous wood. So, but I mean, honestly, I kind of like the way it looks too with the bubbles in there. I think it looks kind of cool. But no, I do have the ability to stabilize wood if I have the correct resin. It's a very thin type. I mean, if you were to put it in a jug, you can shake it around just like that. The problem with it is, as soon as you add the catalyzer, you have about, I think it's 8 to 12 months, depending on the room temperature, before it's no longer viable. And what you do is you put it in something like this with no lid, put your block in there, pull a vacuum on it till the air bubbles stop, and then once all the bubbles are gone, release it or put the air back in, and you do that 3 or 4 times until you get basically no air bubbles out, and then pull it out. I usually let it drain over a funnel so it goes back into the reservoir, and then you actually put it on a cookie sheet, because I have one I bought just for stabilizing resin that will never have food on it. Throw it in the oven and bake it, and it makes my house smell absolutely wonderful. In the most sarcastic way you can say wonderful. But all right. But so while I was talking, I just applied the first type of Yorkshire grit. This is it's kind of like a polishing compound. It's got microscopic little abrasives in it that really just absolutely, and I don't know if you guys can tell the clarity change already, but it absolutely, you take the time to polish it right and put a little bit of that stuff on there. Oh, if you want it clear, this is the easiest way to get it clear that I've found. And then this is another type of Yorkshire grit called microfine. The first one is in a black tin. This is in a white. It's the second step to getting everything nice and clear. I try to always polish at full speed because it gives you the best. I find a little bit of heat really helps get this stuff to really work, and it also saves a lot of time. But, ow. All right. But then from there, I'm gonna fold this in half the other way, so I've still got that. And I am going to hit it now with some Huts Ultra Gloss. It's a liquid, just a white liquid like that. I always like to put the initial coating on with anything on by hand without the lathe spinning, just to make sure everything gets covered, which is all I'm doing right now. That's all covered up. Now we turn it on full blast. All right. With that little bit of wood, it should be fairly sealed up by now, but I want to be sure, so this is what I use for pens. Since it didn't stay fully encapsulated in the resin, I'm just going to put a little bit of this straight onto it and just let it soak in for a minute. That has a, I think it's beeswax, carnauba wax, and another type of wax that's all basically chopped up into microscopic little bits with an alcohol base, and that's the alcohol base is what allows it to flow out. And what happens is that wood soaks that alcohol up and then it flashes off and leaves the wax behind. If you put it on with a paper towel, it'll flash off in seconds. If you do it like that, it takes about a minute. And anything else at this point that isn't already gone is on the resin, where it won't do anything anyway. So I'm just gonna wipe all that down. And heat this up. Gets a little bit of friction with the paper towel. And then it does not take much beeswax at all to refill or to get this covered up so it's nice and neat. All right, and there we go. That's the second one done. Now we just got to cut this off. By the way, the only time you'll ever really catch me sitting on the lathe is when I'm sanding. Now, in order to cut this off, I'm going to scooch my stool back, turn this on a little under half speed, and then just ever so gently and slowly come in at a little bit of an angle, cutting up into the, whatever you want to call this shape. We're going to call it a Lego head, because why not? I'm in a Lego mindset today. this thing's dull. So give me 1 second. All right. We're just going to try to catch this. That's why I always turn this down to a little under half speed. It does take longer to actually cut it off, but it doesn't actually, I've been burned on my fingertips just trying to catch stuff like this, and I found if I run it at about 1/3 of its full speed, it will actually let me get everything off that I need to get off and do what I need to do and not actually do anything too crazy. All right. And you'll have to give me 1 second. I just found a few little weird spots on this. So we are going to... Something just fell. So I'm just going to take a clean paper towel, fight with my heater, give it a little bit of water. This is the best part of working with resin. Water will clean just about anything. It doesn't take harsh chemicals. I am going to, off camera, work on the bottom of all of these. But it's also one of those, if I don't get to it, it's not the end of the world. I still think they're going to look good. I'm going to put this in a little basket and grab I'm just going to grab the rest of them. Why not? So I did do 2 colors of bases, green and brown, because I wanted to look earth tony. Because the person this is a remembrance for was definitely an outdoorsy person, so all right. This out of the way. All right. Forward. All right. We got our next one loaded up. No movement. No movement. She's locked in. We are good. I'm going to throw a charger back in this phone, so hopefully we don't lose the stream. It's the one thing that stinks about only having one charging cable out here, and I don't feel like running away to grab another one. All right. All right. Ow. Ow. All right, folks, how we doing? Seeing my numbers go up. So, any questions, comments, concerns, anything? Feel free to throw them in chat. Right now, like the title says, I'm just working on a custom or an order for a bunch of custom things made out of resin. And yeah, I figured it'd be fun to have some company to help break up the monotony. So feel free to say hey, chit chat. You got questions as to what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it. That's honestly what I live for, to be able to talk about this kind of thing. So ask away. Oh man, it's getting harder to see. I don't like it. Alright, usually I don't stop mid-cut, but I literally cannot see anything past all this. So I'm gonna take a minute and clear everything off. Because about 90%, or I'd say about 70 to 80% of what you see flipping off of here is going right in my face over my face shield. then I'm just basically blind. And it makes all this even harder. One of these cuts, I should angle the camera up so you can see how I have to move my head just to be able to maintain a sight line. Actually, that might be kind of fun. All right, I can already tell you, I have got to change that insert. I'm hoping I have another one back here. If not, I just bought one, but I left it in my truck up front. So, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I'm gonna go into my Bino inserts. CI1 square. Called it, got it. I win. I win. I win. I win. All right. Don't mind me, I'm looking. Thought I had a thing of WD-40 nearby. I don't see it now though. All right. So anytime I go to change these inserts, you always change the mounting screw with it. For the big ones, it takes a 3/32 Allen key in order to swap it out. And the other thing I highly recommend that I didn't think was necessary until I screwed up once and didn't do it, which was the first time. Anytime you swap one of these out, you always put a drop of some type of lubricant on that screw, because otherwise it heats up, cools down, heats up, cools down, and it will actually seize up into this thing to where I've actually had to cut screws out. I had one of my, got lucky, I was able to take an angle grinder and cut the screw and just put a flat slit on it, and it was just enough to be able to get it to it was enough to get it to break loose, because I stripped out the Allen head trying to get it out. It was also on the smaller one, so it was a 1/16 of an inch, not a 3/32. I've never stripped a 3/32 no matter how hard they grab, but all right. So turn this up. Let's get all the stringers off and clear out all this. Get some of this junk off. All right, I'm gonna throw this back on, and then we're gonna finish shaping this up. I still got one more line I gotta run through there. There we go. All right, now I'm just going to try to get some of these divots out. All right. All right. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. I almost forgot something really important. So I was recently approached by a company and they asked me if I say one simple thing, they're going to pay me. So this week's live stream is brought to you by Raid. And if a certain somebody's still in here, I'm probably going to get hit tomorrow for saying that. Sorry, Monday. Uh-oh, my face guard battery's dying. I hear the beeping. Oh no! All right. Sorry, just checking something on the phone. So I see some new people popping in. How we doing? Apologize for you guys coming in while I'm sanding. It can be a bit dull, but it's the best time to be asking questions, chit chat. Aw, I just want to be friends. I've got a weed. How we doing, folks? All right. All right. Always rinse your micro mesh off before you put it up. Helps it last a lot longer. now we're just going to dry this off, see where we're at. All these scratches, I'm not going to be able to buff out. I got to, let me grab some fresh sandpaper and we'll take it back down to run it back up. This does happen from time to time. Always stinks, but usually it's a fairly quick fix. So we'll just start with this one. And we'll work our way back up. This goes to show not every time works out perfect for everybody. All right. When I'm dry sanding like this, because I'm just trying to knock this out quicker, a wet rag will go a long way every sanding grit or two. Alright, and one other fun trick if you're ever polishing resin and you're trying to keep it clear, a fresh spray of water, a fresh spritz of water will actually give you a very good indication of what you're looking at on your project. So just wipe it down, give it a good spray of good clean water, and it'll be almost as good as putting all the polishing and buffing on without actually having to take the time to do it. Isopropyl alcohol works even better, and it dries faster. It's also the only time you'll ever see me sitting on a lathe is when I'm sanding, especially when I'm tired. Alright, use that. That chat I just put in does two things. One, it helps me see if anything new comes in, and two, seriously, feel free to say hi. Why did Siri just try to turn on? But feel free to say hey, ask questions. Say this is just a custom order I got from a very close friend of mine that recently lost a family member that wanted some things put into resin for long-term keepsake. So he asked me if I would, and I told him sure, why not. I still have enough time to get this done and everything else I got to do before the end of the year. So all right. So it still looks really cloudy, but what I'm not seeing is the scratch marks from before, which is what I was trying to get rid of. So we're going to go back to our micro mesh pads. And we are going to buff it up. And take it back up. Alright, after this one we're going to shut it off, see where we're at, make sure we don't have any more scratches that I'm not going to be able to buff out with these. I'm just going to run through that, turn this back on. All right. Oh, I don't see any scratches, so we're good to go for the buffing process. If you're just tuning in, working on some stuff for a very near and dear friend of mine. He recently lost a family member. Just doing a little bit of a remembrance project for something he wanted done so he can hand out to everybody in his family. I am willing to take stuff like this on. It's always a little depressing, but I still like to help people out when I'm actually thinking about redoing one of these for the dog I recently had to put to sleep because I miss that dog. Time to wipe this off to get all the microscopic dust off. And yes, even when you're wet sanding, you will still get microscopic bits that like to hang out. Apparently that paper towel decided it was done being used. Not sure how well the camera picks up the differences in the clarity too, but it is absolutely amazing the differences of what you get between grits on this stuff. How's everybody's day going? Trying to get somebody to talk. I'm gonna succeed too. I'm really liking all of these. Look at that milky water. That's all of the resin that gets caught up from these pads when I rinse them off. Just so you know, I do have a bunch of sawdust down there that's really good about absorbing that stuff when I pour it out. That's why I just keep dumping it right at the base of my lathe. Because probably before I'm done tomorrow, I'm actually gonna shovel all this sawdust up and throw it away. If I do any type of resin work, I know I can no longer burn it, so I am very environmentally conscious about stuff like that. And for those of you just tuning in, we are getting ready to hit this with something called Yorkshire grit. It's just this, it's just an abrasive paste designed for wood turners. I've been trying to get my hands on this stuff for years. When I finally brought it over in the US via Easy Wood Tools, which is pretty much all we're exclusively using today. Yeah, they got the rights to it, brought it over here, and I am extremely happy they did. Because before that, I couldn't hardly get my hands on it. It was a pain in the rear, and it'd take like 3 months to ship if you could order it, if you could even find somewhere to order it from overseas. So now all I'm doing is just working it in. It does not take much. There. So this is our first step in our finishing. For these, I'm using a 3-part process. The first one is original Yorkshire grit. The second one is microfine Yorkshire grit. You can tell the difference between them in the color of the tin they come in. The original is black, microfine is white. And microfine is specifically for things like resins, plastics, stuff like that. There's a bunch of microscopic polishing agents in there. I don't exactly know what they are. The polishing pads I use go down up to 12,000 grit. I've heard rumor, and I've not been able to confirm this anywhere, but this stuff is the equivalent taken to like 20-something thousand or 30,000 grit, which is just insanely small. But alright, that's nice and hot, which is what we want for the last step, which is this little piece of beeswax I'm still working with. I feel like this stuff almost never runs out, but when this little block does finally, I've got a brand new one right here. Well, brand new. I couldn't find my little piece a couple times. And actually, I might call this one in one more so I can run to where I get that stuff, because I am critically low on propane right now. And yeah, I mean, that's also 4 of these done out of 9. 8 that are getting delivered. The 9th one was the first one I did, with a tester I made. Has everything in it that matches, but doesn't have the sentimental stuff in it that these ones do for my buddy. So far I think that's the cloudiest one I've made, but can't win them all, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna pop that over there, turn the lathe down to about 1/3 of its full speed, and now we're just gonna cut this bad boy off. The way we do that, I'll just take a 1/4 inch parting tool and come straight in. As you can see, I can't. So I'm just gonna take that till I'm not even trying to get close to taking it off yet. And now I want to put another cut, about a cutting tool width between. All right. And now to finish this off, I'm going to come back to where I actually finished the bottom and come in at a very light angle. All right, we're down to about a 1/2 inch or so holding this on. So now for the tricky bit, where I'm going to slow this down even more. And then you just lightly hold your project and lock that parting tool into your stomach. If you can, get on top of it a little bit, so if it kicks up, you got something to help stop your hand. And then that's our bottom. And that little nib, I just take it. You can take a skew if you've got one for your lathe that's nice and sharp, or a carving knife, or just a pocket knife, utility knife, doesn't matter. Just cut the little nib off. And there's our next one that's done. And what I've been doing with these, because I've been finding over the course of the day, I like to just give them a quick once over with a wet rag. And then I'll set this down with the other one. All right. Then to crack these open out of the molds I use, which is just a disposable cup, all I do is take and crack it on the bed of the lathe. As soon as you can break that cup, I just take it, peel it off, and we're done. You can cut it off with the lathe, but I found that whatever plastic they make those cups with, it is crazy sharp, and holy cow, does it hurt if it hits your hand spinning on a lathe at 3,500 RPM. It's actually sliced clean through skin on me a few times, which is why I don't do that anymore. Now we just take this, tighten up my chuck, full speed. One trick to make sure you're always never gonna lose it. Crank everything down, turn it up all the way, full speed, then stop it. And I actually had a little bit of movement there, and that didn't move at all. But it's just an easy way to confirm that this is completely secure and it's not going to go anywhere. And if you do cast resin for the lathe, make sure you let it sit for a few days. Make sure you give it a chance to fully cure. I know some people have a meter that will actually tell them how hard it is. I don't personally have one, but I know if I let this brand sit for 2 or 3 days after I cast it, it's hard enough to get on the lathe. It also helps that I keep my house at 72, so it cures quicker than it would for some other people. All right. All right. Whenever you're working with resin on the lathe as well, make sure you don't forget your respirator, face shield, because this stuff will make it mess. And I'm about to show you just how messy it can be. Wow, that really hurts when that thing slips. All these jagged pieces, I'm catching all those right on my finger. Oh! Oh, someone's giving me love. Beep, 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 beep. My face shield battery's almost dead. All right. Get off me! 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 It's so stringy! Get off! Get off! Get off! Get off! Alright. Don't mind me, just being silly. Bonus points to whoever can figure out where get off came from. Alright, I'm back, sorry. Alright, let's see where we're at. Okay. Alright. So is it actually just me or is anybody actually there? Sometimes when it says one, it's counting my phone that I'm watching chat with. Oh, now it popped up to 3. It's so hard to tell how this thing works some days. Ugh. Oh man, it's so rough. Smooth out already. Smooth out. How's everybody doing? And if you've already been here the whole time, I apologize. When I see my numbers go from 1 to 3, I don't know if it's new people or if something weird happened. Yeah, but all I had was water. I did think about it though. But also got to do with or follow requests from when somebody else says, hey, can you make this for me? I might do that in an egg, actually. Alright, for the record, it's officially on the list of things to see if I can figure out how to do. Because that would be really funny. And totally my sense of humor. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. Guess what's inside it? All right. All right. Oh, man. How's everybody doing today? Why does it ask that and 2 to 3 people leave every time? Like, my... I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. Guess what's inside it? Hey, you guys got that stuck in my head. Thank you. Also, I just got tired out of nowhere. That reminds me, I gotta email myself 2 pictures too. I got some engraving I'm doing later. If you guys didn't know, I also do engraving on tumblers like Yetis, Stanleys, cups and mugs like that. I do a lot of resin work. I don't know who all's new or who all knows what all I even do, so until I get comments, I'm just trying to kill dead air. Thinking about doing one of these for a full-blown video too. I meant to record the actual pouring process, but I forgot to do that. Actually, is that something you all would be interested in seeing, is how to actually mix and pour and use casting resin to cast stuff up like these? Pretty sure I've got a few videos on it already, but I'm definitely got some fun. Like, there's a reason I just recently bought 4 gallons of resin. 1, I thought this project was going to take more, and 2, I'm going to be doing a big one by hopefully releasing it somewhere around Christmas. As it's kind of become my annual tradition to do a Christmas resin video. since this is my third Christmas doing YouTube coming up, and well, I've done one the past 2 years, so it's kind of fun. All right, hang on to that. Stop that and give this a minute to do its thing. Oh, I got more on there than I thought I did. Nah. All right. I'm still debating if I want to do the big Christmas project idea I've got or the little one. Whichever one I don't do this year, I'm probably going to save for next year. I'll probably still record getting everything poured on it. I think about doing the little one unless anybody really wants to see how I do a big, like one of the biggest resin pours I've ever done. What lotion? What lotion are you talking about? It also doesn't help that it could be one of two people talking to me right now. All right. Keep this bad boy up. And I'm thinking about calling it after this one too. So I still got to run to a couple stores, refill some propane tanks, and try to find me some grub. Rubs are always in season. The bigger and juicier they look, the better they are for me. How's everybody doing? Let's polish this up a little bit. All right. We got that all taken care of. That's actually a good question, dude. Somebody just sent me a text about this asking how many more I've got. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got 5 left. 5 left after this one. I did that because I was trying to keep the wood and stuff in, and keep everything in resin, which that little bit of wood on this one got out as well. But how off-center it is the other reason I didn't want to do these into eggs, because I knew that could potentially be a problem. And I personally don't feel like getting wet today. It's too cold. Now we're just going to catch this. It might be a little bit, I don't know. I got one that I think is bleeding from bits of resin flying into it that are super jagged too. All right, let's polish this one up. Again, if you're just joining, all I'd use to polish stuff like this is just a paper towel and some water. So do we want to do another one, or should I just call it here? I've got enough time. I can do one more before I got to take off though. And it'll still give me plenty of time to get the running done I need to do today. So what's do we have a consensus? We want to keep going. I know somebody that doesn't have a bloody name's been with me for almost the whole time. Let's see what time the store closes. I ain't really worried about food. Alright, I'm at least gonna get this mounted up. You know what? I'm gonna do this one to where it's ready to sand and then I'm calling it. Because then I only got 4 more to cut, and I'm gonna, at this point, I might try to just do all 9 of them today. Then I can drop them off tomorrow. And yes, I know it's a marathon, not a race. No. Ow. Alright. Well, I think I'm gonna go and grab me some propane and hit the last of the errands I need to do. I thank you all for joining me. And yeah. By the way, when I say resin's messy, on camera, sorry. When I say resin's a bit messy, I'm not kidding. And look at this. It's everywhere. Everywhere. More resin. But yeah. So with that, I will say, cat in the hat, happy dat. See you guys. See y'all later. Have a good one. What do you... Now we'll see y'all later, folks. I just finished blowing myself off. Forgot to end it, so have a good one.